Welcome to Cut Daisies and Unicorns, and this is a Trailer Friday, and
Trailer
so we welcome
Friday.
you into this Trailer Friday.
Welcome back.
Right.
Hey,
welcome
Phil.
back, Mr. Carter.
Yeah. Ooh. I got some knock-knock jokes for you.
All right, here we go.
Are you ready?
Ready?
Knock-knock.
Who's there?
Luke.
Luke who?
Look through the peephole and find out.
Peephole.
Knock-knock.
Who's there?
Keanu.
Keanu who?
Keanu, let me in. It's cold out here.
Nice.
Knock-knock.
Who's there?
Cows go.
Cows go who?
No, silly. Cows go moo. On the cow theme.
Yeah.
Knock-knock.
Who's there?
Butta.
Butta who?
Butta be quick. I gotta go to the bathroom. And a little peek into Sunday's
Episode?
You got to listen real close because we didn't really talk about it much.
Right.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Armageddon.
Armageddon who?
Armageddon, a little bored. Let's go out. Boom.
Yeah, we do make reference to that. Yes, we do.
See? I'm just continuing the lighthearted frivolousness found in Season 6, Episode 3. Where you get the pop quiz.
The pop quiz.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like to know who got it all right. You know, was there somebody who were like, yep, I know that one? Because I believe we had a comment that was left on
I don't look into any
one
of our
videos
analytics or anything like that.
And I was just going to be able to check that out because I was thinking, was it somebody who, a Jim Jordan 23 commented?
Oh, I know who that is.
You kept me like a secret, but I kept you like an oath. And I was wondering because it was in, there's our music from the episode. But I was wondering if it was based on, like, his quote was based on the like one of the lyrics of the songs that you were going through.
Well, maybe, or I wonder if Jim Jordan is actually giving us a lyric.
Which is possible. Like, I'm starting the lyric and you finish it. I mean, it does sound familiar. That's what I've got to say.
It's from a Taylor Swift. A Taylor Swift song.
Oh. So somebody who is commenting, Jim Jordan 23, is a Swiftie. I think that's what they call them. Swifties. So, yeah. What did, I think Taylor Swift did a duo with, or a compilation, or with a couple of different people on this, I think, last album, or was it her folk album again? But she did, there was a couple of people that she brought in. Yeah, I don't remember now.
Yeah.
The brain. It's not quite as functioning as it once did. Oh, back in the day. Yeah, so I wonder if that is it because we asked the question. Did we say, like, hey, what's...
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we said, hey, what's your favorite lyrics, or, you know.
Yeah, so you kept me like a secret, but I kept you like an oath.
Way to go, Jim Jordan. Shout out. I will keep your alias intact.
Right.
I do know who you are. I see you. And we appreciate the interaction.
Right.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
probably like parts of... We got good views last week, though. 11 views on YouTube. I don't know how many people are... Yeah.
Yeah. So, what we have coming up on Sunday is what we call the Food and Fringe episode.
Food and Fringe.
Food and Fringe.
And
So we
lots
spent
of other
time
words
talking about food.
that start with F.
That's true.
Frivolity.
Frivolity. Mhm.
Freckles.
Mhm. I think we like.
Ferociousness.
I think we must enjoy the F words. Because I think we've talked about Fringe, and I think we've added other F's to the Fringe episodes sometimes too, which I think one was like Fringe and frivolity, and
Yeah.
so we must like the F words.
I did take the time
Yeah.
last week. Just want to give you an update, everyone. So I carry these little note things.
Yeah.
Vessels of Vacillation,
Uh-huh.
the band name.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write a little demo for Vessels of Vacillation.
Nice.
So if you got to hear that,
Uh-huh.
the people who like buzzed in and got to hear it,
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take
So
that
you're
on
already writing.
as a new project,
Good.
writing lyrics for the Vessels of Vacillation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To me, it just sounds like a good name. Vessels of Vacillation.
Well, of course,
Yeah.
as a libertarian who focuses on the side of nihilism, why not?
Why not?
Vacillating.
Say, who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who cares what I do?
I
Leave
mean,
me alone.
You can hold a lot of vacillation in a vessel.
Lots of vacillating going on in the vessels.
Oh man. So don't know what your week had to hold. We know that a lot of people are staying in and staying cool because of the heat wave and things
Lots of
like
heat
that.
out there.
You got some knock jokes. If you wondered where I sourced that from, Google is your friend. If you want to pull out some knock jokes, let's start the new trend. Hashtag knock across the nation. And
Knock across the nation.
yeah, tell your favorite knock joke.
Right.
Let's let comedy rule. Hey,
The
if I'm not
airwaves.
laughing, I'm crying, right?
Uh-huh.
So, there you go.
For sure. That's a good one too. It's a good hashtag.
Yeah.
If I'm not laughing, I'm crying.
Oh, I was thinking about
Right.
knock across the nation.
Oh yeah. I would
Yeah.
say both of them. Like
Yeah.
one leads to the other.
Yeah.
If I'm not laughing, I'm crying.
Yeah.
Hashtag knock across the nation.
You know what I'd really like to know from our listeners?
Yeah.
Are there any listeners out there? We've talked about
Yeah. We did.
where like colors and drugs and all these
The psychedelics.
psychedelics.
Uh-huh.
And stuff like that. I would love to hear from our listeners if anyone is a cannabis user based on health.
Like just health.
Not recreational,
Mhm.
just on health. One of my favorite lines is Jason Isbell's Elephant.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right here. So Jason Isbell on his album Southeastern
Yeah.
writes this thing. And yeah, the first line, she said, "Andy, you're better than your past," winked at me and drained her glass, cross-legged on the bar stool like nobody sits anymore. She said, "Andy, you're taking me home," but I knew she planned to sleep alone. I'd carry her to bed and sweep up the hair from the floor. And, where's the line? Oh. Now I'm stuck.
Uh-oh. Stuckness.
Oh, there it goes. I'd sing her classic country songs and she'd get high and sing along. She don't have a voice to sing with now. We burn these joints in effigy, cry about what we used to be, try to ignore the elephant somehow. So, basically story.
Yeah.
That Jason, I think he was in a bar and saw this lady and just made up the story and stuff like that. But obviously the person has cancer and he's a caretaker and in regards to that. But medical marijuana, not the recreational. And hey, hashtag no judgment.
No judgment here.
Yeah, no, I'm just interested if people like have found and it's not an excuse. Where it goes with is, I believe it was the Pete Holmes podcast that I was listening to, and he was talking about Charlotte's Web CBD.
Oh.
And so back in the day, and by the day, probably 4 years ago, I went down to our place of, it wasn't Whole Foods, but it was like Campbell's in Des Moines, just off 42nd. And they carried Charlotte's Web CBD.
Yeah.
And you can get different strengths and stuff like that. And so I've used CBD in the past, and people are like, "I thought you didn't smoke weed." And I'm like, "No, I don't
It's not
smoke.
weed.
It's not weed, you know." And so actually know of a musician friend who is a hemp farmer in Iowa. And their sole purpose for growing hemp, even though he is definitely a lover of the 420, is to be able to grow the weed, to be able to get CBD, not the weed, hemp. Two different things.
Yeah. It doesn't have the THC in it.
Right.
Yeah. So which means it's non-mind altering or no psychedelic, things that are happening within the THC realm there. It's all gone. It's all out. It's never was there in the first place, I guess, is where a better thing to say.
Yeah.
I think there's a difference between the male plant and the female plant and something like that.
Well, I know when it comes to humans, there's a lot of difference between the male human and the female human.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think that's what it goes down to with the hemp versus, marijuana. So I think it has something to do with male and female. But again, I don't want to speak more about it because I may just have to make it up and then somebody's going to be like, "You're full of shit." Like, okay.
Well, in a quick study, there's lots of uses. There are many uses for hemp. The stalk is used for fiber in textiles. And, lots of different organic compost.
Oh, yeah, for sure. They've been using hemp for
like rope,
clothing and rope for a long time.
Yeah,
yeah. It was in the, I think in the marijuana madness, like I think that was in the 60s that they started to say, so like then they kind of drove away from like anything that had to do with marijuana, which also it's related, bean is hemp, and so they kind of just chased it all out, and they just said all of it's bad, don't do it,
right,
and don't use it.
Yeah.
So,
And we're not talking about peyote.
I know.
No. Yeah.
Which is also natural, but
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. And so are mushrooms, which
Yeah.
can be a psychedelic
yeah,
anomaly.
they
Not an anomaly. It's
Right.
like people count on. They test mushrooms to see if it'll kill them or
Uh-huh.
take them on a little trip
right.
or
Which
a big
I
trip.
have not. I have not.
No.
have not used.
No.
So
But
cannot speak on that side of it.
would you be a user of the CBD or in a medical sense? And I've actually committed to that. I like if there was a situation where medically
Mm-hmm.
it would be a good prescription.
Yeah.
At that point, then I'll imbibe.
Hmm.
But I'm holding off. Hashtag see it 94.
Let's see. 94. That's good. It's a good hashtag.
If you're gonna go out,
It's a good hashtag.
let the cloud be green.
Right.
Yeah. So, but yeah, how's your week going?
Right. And maybe with this being Friday, that and we've passed 420, that maybe you have turned green.
Hashtag don't want to trigger.
Right.
Yeah. Don't let our conversation be your excuse.
Right.
Yep.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yep. So we're talking about Fringe. We're talking about food. So there's a whole bunch of different Fringe items that we talk about on Sunday that hopefully you'll look forward to, and maybe you'll learn something new. I think I threw out something for Steve that he could learn.
Yeah. No, I totally did. There's a new topic that is, well, I should say there's a continuation of a topic that we've talked about before.
Yeah.
And then also, just want to let you know, this is not a Fringe thing where we're like, but actually up-to-date points concerning UFOs and UAFs. UAP.
Phenomenon.
ARYQ.
We just speak in letters. We got to get used to it, I guess. We got to speak in color with the aliens. We got to speak in letters with the
DBAA.
government. Yeah. So I think you're going to enjoy all of the different topics, whether it's food. And if you're like, hey, I'm interested in the food part but not the Fringe, well, then check out
Shut
the
it
first
off.
part. And then if you're like, hey, I'm interested in the Fringe and not the food, then go to the second half, right?
Well,
I think
actually,
it's even more than
yeah.
half.
So it's the first third. We talk food for 33 minutes, and then we talk Fringe for about an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think you'll enjoy it.
Yeah,
It's fun.
There's an intermingling of the essences
Uh-huh.
that allow for us to discover. Oh, and we do determine and distinguish between the paranormal in the Fringe
Right.
and extraterrestrial.
Right.
So if you were wondering where those lines are drawn, we don't have the whiteboard going, but we definitely draw a line.
It's there.
Oh yeah,
Check it out.
gonna do it on Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah, and I use my cartoon voice a couple different times, so you'll be happy to do that. I have not applied for a voiceover job.
No, there's a ton of them actually.
Available.
Yeah. There's like a whole website that you can do voiceover work, like audiobooks.
Really?
There's those jobs that'll also pay for you to just speak into a mic.
Wow.
And it has to be good quality then that you're also going to do it, but
Yeah, I have the technology.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'll have to put that out there too.
Okay.
Yeah, so voiceovers, you can't get like the animated movie studio kind of stuff because
Not
they're always
yet.
looking for big name stars.
Backstage.
their
Does
film.
anybody want to do backstage.com? That sounds weird.
Yeah, it seems shady. Back page, which was
There's actually
Was shady.
3 voiceover job ads near Chicago.
Yeah.
voicejob.net.
Voice jobs all over. And hopefully that these would also be jobs you could work from home.
Yeah.
Get paid, stay at home. You can even do this while like videos are produced and, you know, like uploading Cut Daisy's videos, throwing it up there, and then doing a voiceover work, getting paid a couple $100.
Yeah. Who knows?
Side hustles. That's the whole thing. What's your side hustle?
Yeah. My side hustle is being a food truck chef.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten that job yet.
But you're finding the place to apply currently?
No. No. All right,
everybody. I think you'll enjoy the episode,
and if you don't, find somebody who's the exact opposite of you, and then tell them about Cut Daisies and Unicorns, and say, "I'd really like you to listen to this to see if I'm crazy about not liking it."
Can you watch it just to tell me I'm crazy or not?
So it's like putting my first foot forward to creating tribalism concerning the following of Cut Daisies and Unicorns.
That's how we start a movement.
If you don't get that joke, it's okay. There's love in my heart.
Little bit of love.
All right.
Not a whole lot of love.
Yeah. All right, everybody.
All right. Have a good Friday and a good rest of the weekend. See you on Sunday.
Peace out.